many people are very keen on the ending of a relationship, and people can act very differently depending on who the relationship is ending with. People can often struggle to go no contact with those that they're trauma bonded with, those that they care about and are looking at the person's potential rather than the person's behaviour. However, more often than not, you will put up with so much from a narcissistic individual until at some point something just clicks. And it can be something major after lots of minor things, or something minor after lots of major things. And enough is enough. You're not going there anymore. That is the end. As difficult as a decision it is to make, you make the decision and you make the effort to move forward with your life without them. Now, when it comes to narcissistic individuals, if they've got other sources of supply lined up, if they believe you've not got anything to offer them, they will happily let you go. They will happily claim that they're the ones that ended the relationship with you. They will happily make out that you didn't know how good that you had it. They will believe in their own heads that you're the one that's made a big mistake, that you'll never find anyone quite like them, which when a narcissistic individual says you'll never find anyone like me, remember, that's the whole point in breaking free. However, with some narcissistic individuals, if they still want something from you, or if you're part of the illusion that they need to uphold of the image that they are selling to those around them, or they haven't got a new source of supply lined up, or you have something they want, they need, they don't take too kindly to you being the one that finally ends it with them. So they might go all out to fight against the decision. They might go all out to try and convince you that you're the one who is in the wrong. They can potentially dredge up your past and use something against you as an ultimatum in order to convince you to stay with them, that coercive and controlling behaviour. They might try and go for the nicey nice route. They might come on strong with those false promises where they're going to future fake with you again. When a narcissist has been future faking with you, what they'll do is they'll get to know who you are, they'll mirror who you are, and then they'll sell you the dreams of your future, claiming that they're the things that they actually want too. Only once their needs have been met and that future hits, they fail to deliver on those promises. And then they breadcrumb you to give you just enough hope to hang on to absolutely nothing. And then when you finally had enough and break free, they come back with those promises. Not only do they come back with those promises, they try to make you feel guilty for being the one who is now letting them down, the plans that you'd made together down. And so you feel compelled into staying and to helping. Narcissistic parents will try to guilt you by claiming that you're the one that's ungrateful after everything they've done for you. How can you treat them in such a horrific way? So your compassion compels you into staying around the very person who is destroying who you are as a person. They can come on strong with those false promises of change. They'll seek help. They'll go to therapy. They've suddenly seen the light. They just go, if they do go to therapy, they just go and twist the situation as to how they're the victim and you're the problem. Or they promise to go and then they fail to go. They can come on strong with those false apologies. And it's an insincere apology because they fail to take responsibility. They fail to recognise their behaviour. They don't feel remorseful. They don't want to repair the damage. And they will repeat once you've forgiven them. And it's usually those, I'm sorry if you hadn't. I'm sorry, but you didn't, or but they didn't. They shift the blame onto somebody else within their apology. They only issue an apology if they feel forced into a corner in order to avoid consequences or to continue exploiting somebody. They can come on strong with those fake emergencies, the fake crisis, sudden family crisis, financial crisis. They can have that sudden illness, and it can be a serious illness. So you feel compelled into staying and helping them, and you feel bad if you were to walk away from somebody who has a terminal illness. And when you stay, you begin to realise that they never actually had the illness at all. They just used it to exploit you and get their needs met by you. Some narcissistic individuals, when they realise that their games aren't working, will go all out to seek a new source of supply as a double whammy. One, to gain the attention and admiration and validation that they weren't the problem, you're the one that's ungrateful. Narcissistic parents will do this when they go smearing their children's names after all they've done for their children, to play the martyr of how hard done to they are, and to gain the recognition that they're not the issue. Narcissistic partners will do this. They will abandon their families and go and play happy families with a new supply in their children and claim that they're hard done to and they're not allowed to see their children anymore. And even if that's the case, they're not allowed to see them because they're dangerous. They're a danger to their children. They manage to manipulate the situation around others to gain the validation that they're not the one with the problem. And with that double whammy, not only do they go all out to impress strangers to get the attention, they go all out to try and provoke jealousy in the person who's dared to walk away from them, because they're looking for you to both fight to win the narcissist over. You'll often notice when someone is trauma bonded, I think it takes an average of 7 attempts to get out and stay out of these kinds of relationships. So when someone's trauma bonded and full of self-doubt, they might decide they want the narcissist back and win the narcissist back, and a narcissist will return to an ex, only to manipulate and triangulate and divide and conquer and play people off against each other. The narcissist, if you break it off with them, will go all out to blame you for not only everything that went wrong in the relationship, but everything that's going wrong in the narcissist's life. Nothing is ever their fault to a narcissist. It's always somebody else's fault. They don't self-reflect. They don't take responsibility. They don't do the hard work to improve themselves. They just shift the blame onto anyone else, to anyone who will listen and validate their version of events. They might begin to stalk and harass you. They can go all out to make life as difficult as possible for you. So it gets you to that point where it almost seems easier to go back to them than break free from them. They have learned everything about you, so they know exactly what to use to hurt you. They will go after the things that you care about the most, because these are the things you'll most passionately defend. And when you react to them, they can turn around and claim that you're bitter, you're jealous, you're twisted, you're ungrateful, you're the crazy one. They had to escape you, and they can have that smug little look on their face, that little smirk, if you see them when they're going all out to ruin your reputation. They will go all out to seek revenge on you by ruining your life for you, by sabotaging your career, your relationships. If they haven't already isolated you from people, they will go all out to isolate you. They will go all out to ruin your reputation any way they can. They will spread no end of rumours, lies, half-truths, twisting the story to their advantage. They will drive you into the depths of despair and depression and then accuse you of being the crazy one. They will help you pick up drinking and then they will accuse you of being the alcoholic one. Yet if you've made the decision to break free from them, more often than not, the person who's broken free from the narcissist begins to recover and improve and change and better their lives. They still make mistakes, they still mess up, we still have to learn. However, the narcissistic individual goes and repeats the same pattern of behaviour, and it's the same old story. Nothing is ever their fault. The world is against them. People are against them. Other people are privileged. Other people have all the love. Other people are envious of them. They're the most important person in the room. They're amazing. They repeat that pattern of behaviour. It's who they are. Narcissists go all out to idolise, and then they devalue, and then they often offer that intermittent reinforcement to confuse you, especially when they need something from you. They replace you, they discard you, they go all out to smear your name, to ruin your reputation. And then if they think you've got something to offer them, they will come back with the cheek, with the nerve to hoover you back into their games. Narcissists don't move on because they don't do the inner work, and they don't look for something to better themselves. They look for somebody else to exploit and manipulate to get their needs met. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments for people reading. Any behaviours you notice of a narcissist when you ended a relationship with them, please also add those into the comments for people reading. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, this channel is all about narcissistic behaviour, to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life and how to handle yourself around them if you cannot go no contact. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have several books out on Amazon: 15 Rules to Deal with Narcissistic People If You Cannot Go No Contact, a Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, and how to create boundaries around those who have no respect for your boundaries. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.